Jennifer!
Hi, Jess.
Hi, how are you?
What's happening?
I'm just playing pool at the pool. I'm living the dream over here. What about you?
Are you serious? Are you really playing pool at the pool?
I am, but I always make time for you, so I know you got some good news for me. What is it?
Set up to go to a school tomorrow.
Okay.
And just spoke with the principal. Everything's all arranged.
So what's the deal? Is the kids are holding grudges, or what's the deal?
Yeah, he just feels like there's a lot of heaviness in their hearts, and that this will be a good lesson for them that they can, use throughout their lives.
Perfect. I'm all in. What do you need from me?
I just need you to be ready in the morning when the driver gets there. Everything else is all set. I'm going back to work. You go back to the pool. We'll talk later. Let me know how it goes tomorrow. Call me after.
All right. Bye, Jen. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hi, I'm Jesse. Nope, not that one. The pale, scrawny guy. I grew up on a little island in Alaska, and all I ever wanted to do was be a basketball player. My whole life, I was overlooked and underestimated, and people told me I had no shot at making it. They were wrong. Now we are traveling all over the country, inspiring young people with my underdog story. Each week, we're going to be doing whatever it takes to help the kids who need it the most.
Quick question. What's the poop policy on board? Because I gotta go. Okay.
My main man with the game plan, T-Mutt. Oh, he's feeling fresh. He's throwing out double points.
y'all.
Oh, throwing out double points. So I always come to you for advice. I thought before I did that today, because I'm gonna need some. Do you ever have any questions for me?
No.
Not even one?
Your fly's undone. Got him.
Real mature. Here's what I gotta talk to these kids about today. Attitude is everything. Side of the bus. I feel like oh. Is this interpretive dance?
This attitude is everything. I'm just wearing my gear today.
Love it. So, what should I talk to these kids about regarding their attitude? Do you have a personal story? Do you have a life philosophy? Do you have a little piece of wisdom?
One man said he could. One man said he couldn't. They both were right.
And where did you get that from?
Knowledge. Knowledge is power.
I've been saying that for 10 years.
I've never heard you say that.
That's my favorite quote for 10 years.
I've never heard you say it once.
One man thought he could, one man thought he couldn't. They both were right. It is a really good one.
Such a good quote.
I'll let you get away with it just because the quote's so good.
It is a good quote.
Now, is there anything else because I gotta go, piece of wisdom that goes with attitude?
Attitude is everything is all they really need to know. Again, keep in that mantra. That's all you need in life.
You truly are a truth spitter. One man thought he could.
One man thought he couldn't.
They both were right. Gosh, we should be a team. All right, I'm out of here. Welcome back on board the bus for another week of Attitude is Everything. I'm so excited for you to be here today. Now, it's a tough time to be a kid, maybe harder than ever before. Today, you can trip in the lunchroom and someone films it and it goes online and you get bullied forever. Back in my day, I'm sounding old now, but back in my day, I only had to worry about 2 or maybe 3 bullies in our entire school. Now, with cyberbullying, students can be bullied by someone on the other side of the planet who they've never met before. That's why when I go and I talk to kids, one of the biggest life lessons that I try to impart to them is the power of their own personal attitude. And my life mantra is attitude is everything. If we can build self-esteem in young people, they're going to go on to live a healthier and happier and more fulfilled lifestyle. And that's what we're really trying to impart today to the students at this school. It's proven that kids with higher self-esteem are way less likely to get caught up in all the things that can send them down the wrong path. I truly believe with all my heart that attitude is everything, and that is the message that I want to get through to the kids today. Now, I learned this lesson from my dad, Bob Mamba, as we like to call him. And the Mamba always said, you can't control what happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And that's the power of your attitude. A great way that my dad imparted this life lesson to me was through sports. Let's take baseball, for example. The best athletes, the ones that are all-stars and make millions of dollars, are lucky if they bat 300, which means 7 out of 10 times they are failing. That's successful, and that's what it takes to be successful in your own life, is to learn to have a positive attitude even when you're going to be failing, probably a lot more than you are succeeding. So that means the best athletes in the world are failing way more than they're succeeding. So sports allow us the great opportunity to learn how to fail, but not see it as a failure, but rather feedback that we can look at and change and get better. You have to ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? So you missed the game-winning shot. You dropped the touchdown in the end zone. You made the bad pass. You struck out. What are you going to let that tell you about yourself? Are you going to blame other people like we've talked about before? Is it the ref's fault, your teammates' fault? The decision of your attitude is up to you, and you have to ask yourself, what kind of person are you going to be? Someone that blames others or takes responsibility and chooses to have a good attitude? The people who are going to win in the most important game you'll ever play, the game of life, are the people who don't make excuses, but rather in those situations, they hustle off the field. They take responsibility for the mistake. They don't blame it on the ref. They get up earlier, they stay later and put in extra time and practice harder to get stronger and get better. And those are the type of people that are going to go on to be the most successful and happy. What I'm really trying to illustrate with this story is that winners truly become the master of their own attitude. And attitude really is everything. This is the message that I believe in the most and I am the most passionate about when I go and I speak all over the country and right now to you. We can't always control what happens to us, but we can always control how we respond, our attitude. And this was the biggest life lesson I learned growing up that truly changed the direction of my life. And if you can figure that out today, you're going to go on to live a happier and more successful life. And that's what I'm here to share with these guys today. It's time to go in there. Wish me luck. I'll see you on the inside. You have a beautiful little oasis out here. Are you hiding it from everyone and keeping it all to yourself? What is this? What is this place
trying to
about?
keep people out.
Yeah,
No,
yeah,
we
it's so
love
beautiful.
it out here. It is. It's a wonderful feel. We're in the country a little bit. We have a lot of urban, but yet suburban, and so it's a great location.
It's a nice mix.
Yeah.
And how long have you been out here in this district?
I have been in this district for 17 years, but I have been at this school for the last 3 years as the principal.
Okay, so you know what's going on around here. What's it like to be a student at this middle school?
Well, we're really working on having students be active participants in their educational process and really wanting them to create a culture at our school that they feel included, like they have some say, and like they're able to make some good choices that really help build that inclusive environment.
Awesome. Well, I'm excited to go meet these kids.
Great.
I was waving at some of them coming in. They seem like an excitable bunch.
They are.
Is there anything going into this, anything else that I should be aware of, or anything else you want me to touch on?
I think we really want them to know that their attitude and their approach to being at school is really important and how that can shape who they are.
so far out of their way to tell me I wasn't big enough, I wasn't fast enough, I wasn't strong enough, and I never have what it takes to be great at basketball. Now, when I was in the 7th grade, at lunch, we would shoot around in the gym. And I remember the ball bounced off the rim this one day, and I was so pumped. Because I'm little Jimmy Neutron, and sometimes I might go a whole lunch without getting a rebound. So I ran over here, and I jumped up as high as I could, which wasn't very high, don't touch it. What if I don't have what it takes? What if I'm nothing more than a loser, nothing more than fat, nothing more than pathetic? What if I'm just fooling everyone else and I completely don't matter? These words haunt us. Now look, I know I don't know you guys, but I'm about to go Big Brother Jesse on you right now, okay? So listen up. Do not make someone's words a priority to you when all you are to them is an option. Don't make someone's words a priority in your life when all you are to that person is an option. In this moment, I have two choices, and two choices you guys are all going to have the rest of your life. You can get bitter, or you can get better. It's easy to get bitter. You make excuses, you blame other people, you give up without even trying. It takes no guts, it takes no courage, and it's what most people do. They want to be a victim. They want to get attention for being outraged and for being a victim. Or you can actually do something. You can take responsibility for your life, you can take action, you can get better, you can believe in yourself, you can throw away those excuses, and you can create the life you want to live. Now look, I don't know much, you guys. I dribble a basketball for a living. But I know one thing beyond a shadow of a doubt. If you can learn right now, today, at this age, and start working on it, to become the master of your own attitude, you're gonna live a happier and more successful life. It's not always easy. In fact, it's gonna be really, really, really difficult. We can't control what happens to us, and unfortunately, bad things happen. But the one thing that you can always control is your attitude and how you respond to it. And if you can learn to master that part of your life, I'm telling you, I promise you, you're gonna live a happier and more successful life. Okay, I had a blast. What a great group of kids.
That was wonderful, Jesse. You had their attention. They were so focused on what you were saying. I even had one girl come up to me afterwards and say, I cried. Like, she was so moved by the conversation that you engaged them in. So I think it was really, really powerful.
It's interesting how, I know we were talking earlier about how, like, I've had some hardships, but compared to some people, and probably a lot of your students, they've gone through and are going through more difficult things. But there's something about being an underdog, feeling like you're overlooked and underestimated, that almost everyone can relate to, no matter if they're in middle school, they're a grown adult, they're a grandma, their grandpa, almost rich or poor. Everyone can identify with that, and it's kind of the age-old story, and that's just my kind of way of doing it. And it's fun to mix in the basketball and those other things that I love to do. So I had so much fun, and it's such a great group, and I'm really thankful for you opening the doors and letting me come and share my story and spend time with them. So
we have a couple kids that I think really want to talk to you and share some information.
Okay, let's do it. I'm in.
I mean, that was cool. Like we have assemblies, but most of the learning school is that like people don't get as pumped about it and stuff, and so that was pretty cool. I think like sports like connect to people really well. So I guess from the assembly, like you can't let people get to you. Like your attitude, like how you react, kind of affects that, and like that way you can go farther and like do better things if you don't like let other people get to you.
After your presentation, the thing I took from today was probably just to not underestimate people, I guess, because you were an underdog for a long time.
Don't be bitter, be better. That I really like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
that one, I'm gonna definitely use that a lot more.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the other one was they both said something, but they were both right.
Yeah. One man thought he could, one man thought he couldn't. They both were right.
Yeah.
And it's kind of, those two things you said are kind of similar, right? Because it's your attitude and the choices that you're going to make. How are you going to respond to these situations? Whether you're getting bullied or you're helping someone else who's getting bullied, there's these choices that we have, and dude, you're gonna be amazing. You're already crushing it.
When I started hearing you talk though during the assembly, I'm like, okay, I'm kind of familiar with how your background is, because last year, I was in band, and this kid named Alex, he was bullying me because he always made the class think that he was better than me. And so I would just always be like, okay, well, you're making me play one song and you get like every other song. And so it kind of sucked. So I kind of know what it feels like.
Today was another fun day, and it was so great to be able to connect with those kids and talk about the thing that I'm most passionate about, and that's the power of your attitude to change your life. I really do believe attitude is everything. It doesn't matter if you're young or you're old, what color your skin is, where you grew up, or how much money you have. The fact of the matter is, at some point in all of our lives, usually something bad or difficult is going to happen. But the beautiful thing is, you have the power to choose. You can choose to get better and not bitter, and that can make such a huge difference in the outcome of your life. We all have the ability to become the master of our own attitude. It's the one thing in our life that we can control. And I'm telling you, if you can figure it out today, to not get bitter, but to get better, like I said, I promise you, you will live a happier, more successful, and fulfilled life. My challenge to you this week is to check your own personal attitude. Are you blaming other people when you need to take responsibility? Are there things in your life that you're letting get you down that you shouldn't? These are the types of things that will make huge strides in your life so you can take it from where you are to where you want to be. The good news is that we can all improve in this area, so you aren't alone. But I'm telling you, if you can change your attitude, you can change your life. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for coming along. Join me each week as I travel across the country to inspire hope and build self-esteem in the young people who need it the most. I'm on a mission to help kids overcome the biggest obstacles standing in their way and live their best life. And I want that for you too. Thanks for coming along on the ride. It's going to be a lot of fun, and I know we are going to learn a ton together along the way. I'll see you next week. And remember, attitude is everything. If this episode inspired you to want to become the master of your attitude, tell us about it online. We'd love to hear about it.